What's good, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. And today we will be not talking about ways, we are going to be talking about self-improvement. One of the few things that I've learned during this quarantine is stop seeking validation from everyone. You know what I'm saying? Stop always thinking that helping people is actually helping people. You know, the best way to help someone, the most impactful way to help someone is to not help them. You know what I'm saying? It might sound crazy because I know a lot of people may tell you, hey, man, if you help this person, man, you're gonna lose out on your blessing. Sometimes you make them lose out on the blessing by helping them. You know, if you help them all the time, then they're gonna always come to you. Stop helping all the time. Like, help people when they really need help. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it's just best to just take a step back and let them deal with it on their own, because how could you be that strong? When you went through what you went through, life taught you, you know what I'm saying? You actually responded in a way that you probably didn't think you would, but you came out of it. So the same thing can happen for others. I know you may be thinking like, man, I went through that, I don't want them going through that, but trust me, God is putting something in their hands that, you know, you can't give them, you know what I'm saying? So mainly, just don't always help people all the time, and don't ever put other people before you. Learn to put yourself first. Learn to love yourself first. That was like one of the things, the big things that I've dealt with most of my life. Seeking validation. Now I wouldn't say self-love. I always love myself, but like in some senses, I really didn't love myself because I put other people before me. So that's a form of love, like, you know, not putting yourself, actually putting yourself first. You know what I'm saying? So always help yourself and love yourself first, and then make the decision whether you want to put the step forward and help people. But yeah, man, I always, like I said, growing up in school, like I always got talked about as a kid. People always check me or whatever, but based off the shoes I wore or the clothes I wore. Like, another thing people don't realize that I realized in school is I used to hear certain things, man. Like, a lot of them be trying to whisper, but I can hear, like, I got a good ear. You know, I'm quiet. Keep in mind, I'm very quiet. Well, I'm not quiet now, but back when I was younger, I was quiet until I made it to college. I'd say my second semester in college, I started to, you know, speak out a little more instead of being quiet all the time. But I observed too much. So that's pretty much what I was doing when I was young, just observing everything. And then, like, people, they pretty much talk noise. And I try to always, like, you know, think like, what can I do to keep them from saying this? What can I do to keep them from saying that? You can't do nothing. All you can do is just be yourself and don't care about what other people think. But as kids, you don't know that. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got something they going through. But I just know that's where the validation started at, right there when I was young. So, like I said, take a step back and figure out who you are. Like, understand who you are as a person. You don't have to always, you know, take a foot forward and, you know, do whatever somebody says, or like, I'm just speaking about myself. Like, I don't have to always, like, be available to people. Like, just love yourself first, man. And love is in many different ways. Like, it comes in different forms, from people, from yourself. Just had enough respect for yourself to love yourself first before you try to love somebody else. So the real question is, who are you? What is your purpose in life? And what do you look forward to as the future goes, as far as the quarantine goes? And do you plan on taking a step back and knowing yourself, or you just gonna continue to, you know, just do the normal, the wake up, do this, get on your phone, watch TV, whatever the case may be? Just take a step back in life and figure out who you are. You know, like I said, you may think you know who you are, but you really don't know. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of stuff we gotta figure out on our own about ourselves, and it's bad when somebody else can tell you about yourself, but you can't really think of nothing of your own about yourself. just learn to take a step back and look at yourself and be like, who am I? You know, that's the real question. Who are you? And it may seem corny or whatever you want to call it, but it's the truth. Like, you need to figure out who you are. Other than that, man, leave a like, subscribe, you know. Now, I'm not saying I'm gonna be doing videos like this like crazy, but it's just something that came to me or whatever. Just feel like sharing. But anyways, subscribe.